These two nutters are Christopher and Maya. After the pandemic hit New York City, they quarantined in a 250 square foot apartment, caught the damn virus, lost their jobs and their bleeding minds, healed up, ditched the apartment, and bought a 40-year-old American truck caravan monstrosity, and now they travel around the country trying to unearth stories of other humans who, once the world told them no, they said yes. If it were up to me, I'd leave them buried. That's me, I'm Jackson. And these are me humans. If you care to watch these Muppets try and hold the blasted thing together, subscribe below. I post these every Friday to try to maintain me marbles. May God help me.
Okay. Holy crap! We got vaccinated! I feel a little bit better about traveling around the country. We still got to do one more shot in like 20 days.
Yeah. We're going to be in Savannah for a while.
It seems like we have an MO. We travel into a place that we like. We plan on spending 3 days, and when we really like it, the universe gives us a reason to stay for
3 weeks.
Or to a month. So we must really like Savannah.
We must really like Savannah.
And in all honesty, we do.
We've been in Savannah for a month and a half.
Yeah.
We haven't seen one museum.
No.
We haven't gone on one ghost tour. I don't know anything about the ghosts. If you watched the last episode, you can see how me humans cocked up a good opportunity for a vacation for the sake of following their ridiculous dream.
Tired, but we have so many things to do.
They decided they weren't leaving Savannah until they caught up on all their work. And at the rate they're going, we'll be here longer than the ghost of Johnny Mercer. And he's been buried in Bonaventure Cemetery since 1976. The only upside was that this may have finally broken their spirit. Then this fellow showed up.
What's going on, dude? Hey, hey, hey.
This here is Giuseppe. The humans met him when they arrived in Savannah.
Stop hitting the bear.
Sorry, Jackson. He's been putting us up in a 19th century house in return for some help with the drudgery of daily chores. Brought himself up from nothing, he did.
If you're someone who looks at machines and says, how is this made, or how does this work, you eventually start to ask, how does the world work? How does nature work? And I started realizing that what you want to do in life is what you're supposed to do in life.
Excise sculptor, iron motorcycle and car technician, engineer, antique plane pilot, all until his eventual success as an Airbnb host. Oh, and one other job.
I worked as a male exotic dancer. When I was a kid, I was known as Undie Man. Why am I putting this out to you?
He decided to take us out in the town in his self-restored 1989 Deux Chaveau car, just to remind me humans that the journey is apparently worth it.
The videos you trying to fit up in here.
I know. Gonna close it? Hey! I'm never going home.
Accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, and latch on to the affirmative. Don't mess with Mr. In Between. You got to spread joy up to the maximum, bring gloom down to the minimum, and have faith, the pandemonium liable to walk upon the sea.
Here we are in the famous square where the Mercer house is and the whole Midnight Garden Good and Evil story took place.
Reminded me a bit of Jim Williams, the subject of that book. Not the murder bit.
And I was reading it and I was like, this is horse shit, no way, you know? No, I know those people now. They're much crazier than the book shows.
He found his success restoring 19th century houses to their former glory, and with a bit of whimsy.
I've got an inn that I painted the same as this house, and I've got another inn right behind it that's named after this car. It's half the size. Okay. The BMW Isetta from the 50s, I'm restoring one right now. I was a mechanic, and I still, when I get free time, I go play with old rusty, shitty cars. You get rich or poor, I got fun. My friend said, well, if we lose it all. I said, we're gonna get some Chinese scooters, and we're gonna get squirt guns, and we're gonna ride around town and have a battle. So I'm gonna have fun regardless, because fun is your decision.
Yeah, you're right.
So it's taken me a long time to realize that.
He even renovated a vintage camper for people to stay in, complete with an outdoor tower.
I know what I want to do. I just don't know if I can afford it. Are you worried about cash affording it with dollars and debit cards and bank accounts?
Well, I'm more worried like once I run out of money. I can't pay for the gas. I can't pay for the truck. I can't.
But you
pay for
put
the
all your
camera,
energy.
I can't
But
pay-
you put all your energy toward running out of money. Eventually, I'm gonna run out of money. It's gonna be like this when I run out of money. You know how much power you've given to that idea? Why don't you create the dream you want, and then only allow space for it to work?
And so he took us out for Chris's birthday to pay a visit to one of his own dreams, a 1946 Taylorcraft plane, whose body is nothing more than a wood frame, fabric, and glue. I think he must be off his rocker.
Due to weight concerns, I can take her flying, but I can't take you flying.
Eliminate the negative and latch on to the affirmative. Don't mess with Mr. In Between.
Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, dear Christopher. I wish I could go on the plane.
Latch on to the affirmative. Don't mess with Mr. In Between.
But you've talked to me a lot, especially yesterday. You were talking about manifesting the things that you want.
Yeah.
I mean, there's definitely there's risk involved there.
I don't understand how there's more risk in manifesting what you want as opposed to not.
because
Tell me more about this risk work.
You're walking away from something that you might not love, but it's giving you stability. Did you ever doubt yourself?
I doubt myself all the time. I just don't care.
Was there a time that you did care?
Okay, here's the basic simple story. You're trying to figure out why it's risky enough to do all this crazy stuff. You know, it just seems like you struggle and then you die. If that's what's considered living, then I've already died. You know? I've already died. So my agreement with life is that I'm going to live life on my terms or I'm not going to live it. So whether or not I make a bunch of money, I don't make a bunch of money, frankly, I don't care, because if I'm happy every day, I'm not happy every day. That's where my goals are. That's what I want. You know? It's about happiness.
Gather round him, everybody.
So I'm going to be the male stripper for a second, and I'm going to be his counselor, so keep the camera on him for a second.
I feel a sermon coming on.
Say you're really lucky, you get 100 years. In that 100 years, you're going to spend 20 years growing up. From 80 to 100, you're not going to do shit. So you got 60 years that you're going to be alive, right? So of that 60 years, you are more than halfway through. Do you plan to throw it away doing something you don't want to do?
While I start reviewing the attitude of doing
Or do you want to actually use that and take it and follow your dreams and follow what you want to do, even if you fail? Even if you fail, what do you want to do?
Oh my God. Oh my God. That was some of the coolest shit ever.
Yeah.
Sorry. No cursing. That was so effing cool. It doesn't have the right oomph. That was so cool.